a legal pad, of course.
Great.
Okay, so. This is my contact information.
Wonderful.
My husband is Sherman Lee, but just that's good enough. And your name is?
Mia.
Mia? Mm-hmm. Mia what?
My entire name is Dr. Mia Morgan White.
Morgan?
Morgan.
M-O-R-G-A-N.
Yeah, but Morgan White
is it hyphenated?
No, I was about to
Nor
say.
is mine.
I would see, so you get it. So it's 2 last names, no hyphen.
Correct.
Which usually
Which
takes.
is exactly what, you know.
And you know what's so crazy is when people say, "What's your last name?" and I say Morgan White, and they say, "Okay, Morgan," and then my account can't be found.
You know, there's a
But you
reason
get
for
it.
this. I don't know what yours is, but mine is, Lee is the most common name in the San Francisco phone book, is number one reason.
Yes.
But there's, you know, there's some other reasons.
See, for me, my family's dead. And so it's important that they both names get honored, and I don't want someone to think it's a married name. No, it's my family.
Yeah, it's because you have reasons. Yeah. So anyway, and what is a good contact?
831
831
295
295
9904.
9904.
And you know my temporary address.
Well, yeah,
But
that
here's,
one is
take my email. Thought,
Thought, Thoughtght,
magazine, like having a thought.
Thought,
Magazine.
M-A-G.
T is in Tom.
Wait, the M-A-G,
M-A-G-A-Z-E-I-N-E.
Z-I-E.
Z-I-N-E.
Wait, Z, yeah, let's try that again.
Yeah. M-A-G-A-Z-I-N-E.
I-N-E.
Then T is in Tom.
T.
M as in Mother Mary.
M.
At Gmail.
At gmail.com.
Yeah.
Okay. And, yeah, so if you could just send that to me, whatever it is.
I will.
And then I'll know whatever it is. And, I don't want to get into your personal stuff.
Yeah.
Not my business.
Right.
Didn't sign up for it.
No, but the
But I
police
understand.
told me on the first physical
Yeah.
attack to find you because you
Well, I'm not hard to find.
that was the circumventing, and then I sought you. Secondarily, I did not know that letter was going to come here, but it had to have come here.
Periodically to see if they're getting their stuff out. And my understanding is this stuff is there. Is this there?
That's my freezer.
Oh, that's yours. So that's that. Okay, but whatever. I assumed it was theirs because this.
Yeah, no, things were very commingled as far as shelving. I grew up in like a 1940s house with like literally white picket fence and everything. So I was using like this shelf and then the tops of that.
I don't need to know that.
Right.
I wanted to know if,
So
is there any of this stuff still there?
Yes. So all of this is theirs.
Yeah.
Those chairs and things are theirs. This freezer is mine. Then I tried to separate my stuff out because it was in piles, like lined up like this is a class versus this is.
I don't need to know.
So from here to there
I only need to know what's there so that I want to know when everything is out of
got
there.
it.
Yeah.
So that is theirs.
Well, this stuff.
That's yours.
That's
House
the,
stuff.
when it's painted, it's
Right.
like the touch-up things. and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I just didn't know if they
No, that's
if they had painted the house or
No,
not.
that's ours.
So then this over, that's all theirs. This is theirs. This is
It's
theirs.
not see there anyway. It's not a very good picture.
Right. It's not good for the foundation. But so this sofa. So see that Amazon, the big standing Amazon box?
Yeah.
Everything in front of that is mine. But all of this sofa and jars and boxes under, all that's theirs. This, yeah.
Oh, no.
Unless those sofas are yours.
No, they're not mine.
Okay. So my stuff is like, I always say, make the world a better place, save lives.
Okay.
It's always little bits
All
of
this
stuff.
is theirs as well.
Yeah, but
Okay.
but not on the other side of that big
Okay,
Amazon box.
okay.
And then this.
Because I have been repeatedly saying, get it out. Get it out. Well, you know something? I don't think that, I do know that his father just decided, I don't micromanage people. You know, I really think it's theirs to do reasonable things with. But I think his father collects a lot of stuff and decided it's a warehouse.
Oh, because all of that stuff on those shelves are theirs.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
That's interesting. This stuff too?
Yeah,
No kidding.
all of this stuff.
That's very interesting.
So this,
I mean,
is this your carpet?
No,
Okay, so then I should take my stuff off it. So they
no,
can-
I don't.
But his father said he knows if it's on the carpet, it's mine.
Okay.
So the sewing table, the design stuff, the, making quilts for preemies, this stuff from,
Well, I'm not going to mess with it. That's,
right, but just this right here is mine.
Okay, well, you
And
know that.
the rest of that is not mine.
Well,
And all of,
what I want to know is just, so I continue to nag them to get rid of stuff or not. And so now that I know that there's more there than I thought.
yeah. And for me, it's always like, when Adam's dad comes, he just comes and gets stuff. But when Adam's mom comes,
Don't deal with her. I mean, I've known her for over 30 years, but as my dentist,
oh, so,
she's a good dentist.
oh, but she got some extra.
She may,
Because
but
she's
she's a good
call
dentist.
names, do all kinds. Yeah.
She can get off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But-
Very much so. So all of this is theirs too.
Okay.
And I don't know if the washer dryer yours.
That's ours.
Okay. So, and then upstairs, pretty much everything is gone, like most of the furniture, but in Adam's, I guess, old room, there's stuff that on the cameras, they pulled it from the living room and put it into that room.
Okay.
So there might still be something in there.
Well,
If
they
not, what you see down here is kind of what you get.
Okay. Just wanted to have a general idea of what's going on.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. It's like if somebody calls me this afternoon, I'll move tomorrow.
Okay.
And I go every
And let you
day.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm trying, and it's not necessarily easy, but I'm trying.
I understand.
Thank you. And
But no, I had no idea anything was a problem until I heard something might be a problem. But I also know that I don't have the whole story. And I don't especially want the whole story.
okay,
I just want to know to what degree I need to do something to take care of whatever.
yeah,
And I also know that Bernie, who is the gardener, is supposed to come sometime Friday.
okay,
So,
yeah,
and I didn't want him to be blindsided by something either.
right.
He's a nice guy.
I've seen him.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Matter of fact, we met like maybe my first or second week,
Okay.
where I walked into the garage because both of my parents originally, their families came from the South. So I'm very like, I come downstairs and then, right? And I get up at 5 every day. So about sunlight, I come see, is there something? And I walked in and there was a guy. And I was like, I'm Mia, right? And I was like, who are you? Because he was already in here, right? And the door's closed. And I was like, and he goes, I'm the gardener. And I was like, oh, okay.
And that's because we bought this house quite a few years ago because our next door neighbors, our next door neighbors were having a problem. They had been renting next door to my husband since before I married him. And it was a couple, and he had terminal cancer.
Oh.
And the woman who owned the house died, and it went to her daughter, and it was in it needed a lot of work. And the daughter decided she didn't want to deal with it, so she wanted to sell it. And of course they were not in a good place. And one thing led to another, and my husband and I said, well, gee, maybe we should buy it. And actually the guy who was terminal, but I didn't know he was terminal back then, he said, why don't you buy that and rent it back to us? And I said, if it's such a great deal, why don't you buy it? And then I found out how it really was, because it really wasn't a good but I went, yeah, well, maybe we should make an offer and see how it goes, and maybe we can help him. So we made an offer, but it wasn't accepted, and it was somebody else got it, and we kind of went, oh, that's good, because it was a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
And then we said, well, just go look around and see if there's something that's not falling down that we could buy and then hand it back to him, which we did. And so we bought this, and that was how many years ago? Anyway, he died within the year. She lived here for about 11 years, and then she met and somebody else and married him and was left, which was fine. And then we did some upgrades, and rented it to, what did we do? We rented it to a couple different people since then. But then we did a complete kitchen remodel and all that. All the upstairs stuff is pretty new. And bathroom remodel, kitchen remodel, and it's nice. And then we rented it for a little while to a guy who was getting a divorce, lived in the area, sold his house, wanted a place to stay, and about a year later he bought something in the neighborhood, moved out. Great, no problem. And then COVID hit. And, oh no, then we were doing a remodel in Pacifica, where by that time we lived in Pacifica. And so we had no kitchen, and so we just kept it vacant so we could, we'd go back and forth, so we could use the kitchen, which was, by that time, had been remodeled. It was nice.
Yes.
And the other one was torn apart. It was not nice. So we used this for ourselves for a while. And then COVID hit. And I went, I don't want to deal with anything at this point,
Right.
Don't want to be having people coming in and out. Just hang out with it. So we kind of sort of semi kept it for stuff every once in a while. Sometimes I had my yoga people come over, and they had where all the yoga studios were closed down. Well, I had a place. It was good for that.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to rent it again, at least for a while. And then after things settled down a bit with COVID, I found out that Dawn needed a place for her son to go to school, and so I said, oh well, we got this house and we wanted to. So she did, and that's the end of that. So,
Yes.
but don't worry about it. It all works out. It all works out.
Thank you.
I just don't want to get it. I don't want to get into the mess.
Me either.
She needs to deal with her son. She will deal with her son. And I'm not his mother. Don't want to be it.
That's why I just didn't I didn't get into the anger. I didn't say, that's why I didn't look through the inventory. I didn't say, hey, you broke this. Even when they attacked me, I didn't do anything back. I just,
Well,
it's
unfortunate. But,
just look.
We'll deal with it.
Thank you.
Anyway, I got work to do, so I gotta run.
So nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Take care.
You too.
Oh.